We love our Morgan dollars. We also love our Carson City Mint. This next CC we haven't had on the air in over 4 years because we can't find them at the right quality and the right price. So the good news is these next 5 or 6 minutes are special. Let's soak it in. So the Morgan Dollar program was started in 1878. It lasted until 1904, one more year, 1921, 28 total years. And inside of that, the Carson City Mint only made 13 of them. 1878 to 1885, 4-year pause, 1889 through 1893, and we closed the Carson City Mint for good at that time in history, 1893. In 1878, when the Morgan dollar was introduced, they made one coin at the Carson City Mint. It was the Morgan dollar. For a couple of years prior, in the early 1870s, they made dimes, quarters, half dollars. But when the Morgan dollar program opened up, one coin only, this is it. If you take a step back now and just look at mintage figures, how many were made versus how many were made, right? And you look at the 1881, it is like a poster child for, oops, I forgot you. What I mean by that is this. The coin of all coins is what? 93 S, right? That's the lowest mintage. That's the lowest S. The lowest P, right? Then the lowest O, 93s. Then we get to the Carson City 1885. And then the second rarest Carson City, and not by a ton, is the 1881 right here, 296,000. So it goes down in history as being one of the key coins in the entire series. By mintages alone, it's number 4. It passes over one of the other mints' rarest coin. Think about that. So when you look at the coin, you think about Carson City, you think about the Wild West, and it's out there right next to where the silver is found, right? So you find the silver, send the silver to processing, make blanks, send the blanks back to Carson City, we make coins. Well, uniquely enough, in the middle of the 1960s, when we pull 90% silver in 1964, a year or so passes, and then the Government Services Administration, the ones that keep track of our books and our inventory, says, let's do a vault check. What do we still have there? And they found a number of Morgan dollars still in their vaults that weren't handed out to people in the early 60s by just going there and saying, give me silver. Because remember, silver certificates were still usable up until 1963. Uniquely enough, we found in that group Carson Cities. Remarkable, huh? Remarkable. Now, this particular coin, prior to that GSA sale in the early 1970s, was one of the most expensive Morgan dollars on the planet. Uniquely enough, and thankfully enough for us, they had a small quantity of them there. A fraction of what they found overall from the other years. A fraction. And today, my competition, same coin, same grade, $400 more. We're looking at $1,339, everyone. We're under $1,000. There hasn't been anybody on TV in years under $1,000 until tonight with us here. So though, sometimes what they say, it's who you know. Sometimes it's play about being at the right place at the right time. I hope both of those qualify here for our conversation. You know where to look because we have the best products, 50 plus a night. We have the best prices proven over and over again. Quality is quality, right? And then it's sometimes just finding this crazy stuff. And tonight I just get to be the lucky person to talk about it. Allison and Alex just had things going on, so as a result, I get to talk. And I love it, because I enjoy this coin to beat all coins. Now, one of the other unique or marveled things about the Carson City Mint is the fact that if you add up all the Morgans, 29 Philadelphia's, 28 San Francisco's, 26 New Orleans, 13 Carson Cities, 1 Denver, add them all together and put them in one big melting pot. And then you look at the graph. And let's look at the circle, the graph, the pie, right? 3% of all Morgans struck actually were Carson Cities. I think that's the fabled part. The other part is this stuff is the roaring days of the Wild West. Between 1880 and 1881, every single major story happened, right? Bat Masterson fights his last gunfight in Dodge City. Jesse James, right, no longer with us, right? All of the Wild West characters lived in the West. And this was their coin. Love it. Guys, we got to put a 1-minute clock up. I'm down to only a couple left. If you're visiting us via the web, avccoins.com. Right now, I recommend strongly you push it through. A lot of phone calls. I can't tell. I don't have the Johnny Carson trick where he played Karnak the Magician, put the envelope to his head, right? And Ed McMahon would ask him a question and he'd answer it, then open it up and he'd have the right answer. You know, one of those things. I don't have that. Thank you for calling. I just don't know if you're calling for this or the coin before it or one of the coins earlier. But this one, special. Special in price. One other thing to consider. The modern Morgan dollar craze started when? 2021. Started what day? May 24th. Because of what coin? The Carson City with 175,000 made. I mean, today my competition sells the brand new one for $499. This gorgeous coin from 140 years ago. $400 less than our competition. This one deserves an oh my.